Yep, alrighty, what is up, y'all? Spencer K here. We're back for another episode. I can't remember. I don't know, 27 or 8. I think 27. So there's a little bit to get into as we start this episode, but I was outside. We just ended a blood moon, and I was outside killing all the mobs, and I saw some clouds absolutely cooking. It is barreling towards us, and it is an F3, the very first F3 that we have seen in this series. I don't think we've seen anything above an F1 even. So it is tapped out at F3. It will not be gaining any more strength, but it looks like it is heading our direction. So we're going to spend the day here just doing a little bit of farming and stuff, and we're going to wait out that storm. I don't, obviously it's just another tornado. Damage is off. It's not going to do a whole lot more, but I am kind of curious to see what an F3 looks like from the inside, and I'm sure some of you guys are as well. So we will go ahead and wait it out and see if it'll hit us or not. Yep, it is dropped down to an F2, so it is losing strength, so I'm actually probably not going to stick around here. Let's go ahead and unload our inventory. We'll drop off the stuff that I just mined from the farm, and we'll head back to the Kiwi Villages, where I will explain what has been done. Alrighty, we are back at the North Kiwi Village, by the way. Someone named this North Kiwi, and then I that would mean or imply that this is South Kiwi, which I just think is absolutely hilarious for what we were trying to do with these two villages. I spent a little over actually, I think close to 4 hours working on these two villages. Just really mind-numbing stuff, nothing too entertaining, I guess we'll call it. I expanded the farm. We finished up a lot of the wall. I think there's only one place that the wall is not complete now. I think I ended last episode by talking about how the wall wasn't finished here. Well, I ran down there. I finished it. The whole bottom is done. The whole left side is done. Almost the whole top side is done here. I still have to connect the wall from right here straight down. Whoops, from right here straight down into this road. That's the only part of the wall that is left. But you can see how much of the kiwi farm has been started. You can see how much has been planted, a very large portion since last time, as well as this wheat one and the potato one. I think I talked about it a little bit, how the potatoes are going to be really an eating food for these guys, and how the wheat is going to be a trade with the trader food for these guys, and then I'll just have to kind of swap between the two. I think that is it for the growing season of the kiwis. Our first growing season is done. Not too bad for our first growing season. However, where the growing season for these plants is done, the growing season for those is not done. So we do still have an opportunity to mine these if we want and potentially get some more kiwis. I am not dying to do so. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I mean, we could. We may. I'm not sure if we're gonna make that a priority. We may put this kiwi farm on the back burner for now, and do something else. There's a few other things I've been eyeballing here. Along with all the farming and all the wall and stuff, I added a few more villagers, actually. We went ahead, and I do have to watch that video to see how many emeralds this village now owes me. Whatever I have in here, I think it's 105. They owe me probably closer to twice that. Yeah, 105. That sign is incorrect. They're probably closer to 200, maybe even a little bit north of 200. We added a couple more buildings. We added some more villagers just to get this village kind of functioning. I don't know if our new villagers are doing anything, though. One of the things we added was a cow pen. We have not gotten the material for a pig pen yet, which kind of stinks. But while I'm here and while I'm thinking about it, let me put these item frames down, because that's partly the reason I went back. I ran out of material, I ran out of stuff to do, and item frames. I ran out of item frames, which is definitely not a good one. But I added a few, not butchers, ranchers, something along the line. Yeah, those are the butchers. I added another villager. Where are they? I have not seen them do anything at all. We added a chef, which is probably going to be on our hit list for today. Because while there is a chef, I don't know what he can do, because I don't think I have a kitchen for him. So I don't know. We'll see. Maybe he just needs a crafting table. Could be the case. Looking at all the trade deals, though, the only thing we can do is the birch wood. Also went online and looked up all the little symbols that are above their heads, so I have a pretty good idea at what all of those mean. what I was doing when I was so rudely interrupted by that blood moon, I know that it was before this episode kind of started, in between episodes, if you would, is I wanted to come into here and turn this into a library because all of our villagers have been complaining about how there are not enough books. And I don't like that. I want my villagers to be smart. I want them to be happy. So we went ahead and we crafted some more books. I have some extras just for the next village, for South Kiwi when we get there. And you can see they are running in here and going to town. However, that symbol that they're doing now means that it's way too crowded in here. So now the opposite effect is kind of taking place. However, I would rather have too many books and have the library be too crowded than no books and have no library. So they're just going to have to deal with that right now. Maybe one day we'll get a new library. But for now, that is our library. And if you've been watching the series, you know, hey, this building over here used to be the library. That is where the chef comes into play. Now, I have to mine these old books. I forgot I didn't get to do that. I was in here mining the books when the blood moon struck, actually, believe it or not. So let's come in here. Let's mine these books. We're going to put those two furnaces down. We have an item frame up there, and we are going to go ahead and buy... I don't even know if there's a kitchen. Is there a kitchen? Let's go look. All right, I'm curious because first off, we'll do that next. We'll do that next. But we got to find the baker because I feel like they're doing their job without a bakery. And if that is the case, I am not too concerned about a kitchen. It's only 25. Okay. It is a kitchen. Okay. I was looking at the wrong guy. I thought the whole time, because it is both cake. The chef and the kitchen are both cake, so I thought I got it mixed up. All right, 25 emeralds. We have bought a kitchen, and now we are going to run over to here. Before I slap that on, I am curious. Where is that chef, that baker, whatever you want to call him? He's both, really. There he is. There he is. I see you. Don't run. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. All right. So, no, he's not cooking anything. He is crafting bowls. He's crafting sugar and a few things, but he's not really doing anything with his life, and I don't like that at all. So let's go ahead and slap that on there. Now he has a kitchen, and I'm almost certain that's all he needs. Furnaces, and then a crafting table. Now, a problem, he's going to use wood as a fuel source, I believe, because the miners are not putting any coal down in here, and I do not like that. But since he's going to be using wood, I want to be extra careful. Do not want him using birch. Let's go ahead and grab the birch out of there, and let's put the birch over here. This is going to be our trading resource. It's very strange to me because they are mining coal and stuff, and they're using birch wood too. That's so annoying, dude. Why are you using birch wood? Okay, it's just that one. This one's using oak. But yeah, look, it has a they have a stack and a half of saplings combined. Like, how annoying is that? Like, put the saplings in this chest and I could help you guys out. Whatever. Let's not get worked up because of these guys. They will absolutely make us get worked up, so we got to be careful. But another thing I noticed when I was editing last episode is there just may not be enough chests in here. That is actually a possibility. So we're going to go ahead, slap down a couple more chests. We're going to move this crafting table to the back, and we're even going to put another chest over here, and we're going to see if they just start dropping more stuff off. I don't know if this is designated tool chest, wood chest. This is the random chest. I don't know if they need saplings in here maybe. Here, I'll grab a couple of my saplings. Here, we want one birch. We want one oak. Let's see. Let's see if they put it in there or they grab it. I actually do not know. And I think they use the fucking birch, man. Here, let's do that. Let's put that up there. I think they absolutely use the birch for the charcoal. You know what? I bet even if I went into that kitchen, I bet I would see what they're using. Yep. They sure are. So, I mean, he only has 2 pieces of birch. It's not like he's grabbing a ton of birch, I guess. That's annoying. I mean, I'm going to keep it in there. I hate that, dude. Why are they doing that? I do not know. Maybe it was because I moved it to be the first block and they just take from the first one. That's going to be my guess. They took a birch sapling. Now, why would they do that if they're not going to use it? I do not understand that. What I also do not understand is these guys are just refusing to mine the trees over here. And I don't know what that is about at all. They just do not want to mine the trees right there. Very funky, very strange. Meanwhile, over here, they are treating like it's the fucking rainforest and we got to chop it all down. They are going to on over here. I don't know where I left off too. I know I talked a little bit in the last episode as I was wrapping up, but we got the bridge done. We moved that old temporary bridge. We built this one. Nothing fancy. It's just something to get the villagers across. Put the gates up, and then we have a road that goes towards South Kiwi. Not quite into South Kiwi, but it will hook into right here at some point. So just something to keep in mind. Someone out there is supposed to breed these guys. I don't know exactly who. What we're going to focus on, though, is we are absolutely going to promote them mining birch trees, chopping down birch wood. We already have 2 stacks of birch. I think we can get a third one here pretty quickly. We will see. We are going to push these guys to mine those birch trees as fast as possible. I got to figure out why they're not mining the trees over here, because there are jungle trees and stuff over here that are closer and like just better. I don't know why they're going all the way across the bridge. I feel like that'd get annoying, but maybe they like the scenery over there. Maybe they're just afraid that South Kiwi's going to get these trees before them for some reason. I don't know. I don't know why they're going over here. That's a little bit strange. Another thing I'm not super stoked about is I have this massive wheat farm for these guys. Massive in their terms. And they are not doing anything with it. All the other farmers are over here. I don't know. It's very strange to me. They're all coming over here. He's a level 8 miner, level 4 farmer. They're all coming over here to farm and stuff. And they're not going down here. So what is that about? I mean, there's obviously wheat ready. The potatoes aren't growing anymore. Look at that. Every single farmer we got is up here in the potato farm, standing around doing nothing. So yeah, I am noticing some worrying behavior from most of the villagers. The lumberjacks are not going and getting every single tree, as well as they are not dropping their saplings, both of which is very strange. The farmers are not coming here to the wheat farm, which is the only farm working right now for some reason. They're getting stuck and hung up here at the potato farm, which is not growing. There's nothing to do here at the potato farm, so they come here and they just sit and wait, and they're not sensing this perfectly good wheat that is actually requiring their attention, actually. If every single farmer came over to here, we would be getting 20 wheat a day. But instead, they're getting hung up here in the potato farm. So I am wondering if maybe, should I place this like so? Maybe should I also come over here and replace this with one of these? And then that way we can keep our potato farm for now, because it's not the potato season. We're getting into fall. Potatoes won't be good again until spring, I think. Let's just forget about them. They're useless for now. Maybe they'll come over to here to the wheat farm. And maybe now they'll sense the wheat farm if this is completely blocked off. I hope so. I mean, it's inaccessible now, so when the village does a scan, should be like, whoa, we can't go there anymore. Let's what's the next farm? Let's go somewhere else. It's kind of my hopes. I'm not a big fan of the lumberjacks trekking through this farm every other minute too. I may put a border on this farm. We'll see. You could put fencing or something around it. These guys don't know what they're doing. Well, I am going to go ahead and mine this farm here. It has served an okay purpose, but yeah, they're going to immediately go to work on it, aren't they? Yes, they are. Okay, so nope, I do not like that. Okay, I destroyed this farm, so maybe now they're good. For some reason, they were sensing that farm. I do not know why they were sensing that farm, but the potato farm is blocked off because it's not usable. No one should be walking in there anyway right now since it's not usable. And then that leaves only one farm, which would be this wheat farm, and they are still not sensing it. A cow died from starvation. Would you look at that? I'm going to put like a couple of wheat seeds in here. I don't know. Is this so much different? Like this farm that I've constructed here, is it so much more different that it's that big of a deal? Let's see. And here, I'm going to be annoying about it. I'm going to go get bone meal. Let's grow those seeds I just grew or planted. And then, I don't know. Does that make a difference magically? I'm not going to have enough bone meal, but I'll be able to kind of speed up the process a little bit. Are any of them going to come here and do it? The only thing I could think of, and this could be the answer, the only thing I can think of is that because this is silty dirt, they do not recognize this as farmland. Oh my God, that's got to be it. Fuck, that's 100% it. Son of a bitch, dude. I mean, we have a lot of dirt. We do have a lot of dirt. Let's give it a shot. Let's replace it all. Fucking hell, dude. All right, I'm going to put one seed in the corner there, and I have a bad feeling. I have a really bad feeling they're going to rush over here. Up. There you go. Well, there you guys go. We answered that question very quickly. They are running low on hose, but we know what was wrong. We've solved two of the problems, which is why are they not harvesting the wheat? Actually, they weren't even harvesting these potatoes. The only farm they had was the one I destroyed. And they were getting enough potatoes and enough wheat from that one farm to get all the wheat and potatoes they're putting in the chest. That's actually impressive. Credit where credit is due. That is actually impressive. I am proud of these little guys. Completely my fault. I don't know why I didn't think of that sooner. And now I feel really stupid. But we have found the issue. We have solved the problem. We are going to need dirt. And that is okay. We will be able to find plenty of dirt. So no issues there. I'm shocked. I am shocked. I really, really am shocked. It took me that long to figure that out. It's definitely embarrassing. But they're going to be planting a ton of potatoes here. They're going to probably plant all the potatoes they have here. And that is okay. I have a ton of potato seeds as well, so I'm going to try to assist them the best I can. Alrighty, with some help from the villagers, we have the potato farm replanted, and instead of the silty dirt, it is normal dirt. I am now going to have to do the exact same thing over here with the wheat farm, and I'm going to be honest with you, I might not have enough dirt. It's going to be close. It is going to be very, very close. Yep, so we did have enough dirt. I am still working and tilling the ground, but the villagers were able to get this many seeds down. This is just how many seeds they had from the other farm and the stack I gave them, I think. So I got a little bit of work here to do. I'm going to work kind of through the night. They're kind of getting my way on the other side. But they are working on it. You can see, yep, he is planting. More of them are planting. And if they're still growing, we may be able to get a little bit of harvest in before winter, but winter is coming up on us pretty quick. So unfortunately, that means we wasted almost an entire season of no farming because I had silty dirt instead of normal dirt. And it makes sense. Tektopia only uses normal dirt. Villagers don't recognize silty dirt, even though you can have tilled silty dirt. That is a tongue twister. But it absolutely makes sense. And now looking at those trees right there and then thinking about why they're not mining those trees right there, it's the exact same problem. So we have answered most of our problems so far. Why they're not mining these trees, why they weren't mining those crops. It's because of the silty dirt. That is the answer. And unfortunately, it took me a lot longer to think of that, to find the solution than I thought it would, which means we wasted quite a bit of time and material. But we figured it out. I mean, at the end of the day, the problem is solved. So through the power of editing, hopefully there wasn't too much for you guys to view and whatnot, or hopefully you weren't yelling at me for too long. I think with the editing, it's going to be the first couple of minutes. We were complaining about the issue, and then only a minute or two later, we found the issue. But in real life, man, I was watching them. I was watching them like a hawk. Every day I was sleeping. I reset the game. I moved the town hall. I did all kinds of stuff to try to figure out what's going on with this village. So I feel like an idiot. If you watch the VOD, you're definitely going to be watching me and being like, what the hell is he doing? I was thinking, man. I was thinking, but we did it. We found the answer. Alrighty, the farm has completely been replanted. Great news. Wonderful news, actually. Nothing but the best news. There is some more good news. So we have a little bit extra. Yeah, we have some extra seeds now, which is okay because we're going to have to go over to the South Kiwi Village and do the exact same. So we got a healthy start with these seeds. We also have almost 5 stacks. Sorry, 4 stacks of wheat almost. We should be able to take that back and turn that all into bread, and we can bring that back to this village as well. That is wheat that I had to harvest. So I cannot trade any of that wheat with the merchant here. Let's look at his deals. What does he have going on today? No birch, but he does have spruce and jungle. Spruce is another tree that I wouldn't hate to get going over here. Potatoes or cakes would be really cool. I don't know if the villagers can eat cakes or not, but man, if they crafted cakes, that would be really cool to trade for. And we have a ton of wheat that the villagers picked up. That's funny. I didn't even realize that. So we have more, over 5 stacks of wheat now. Yeah, look at that. Oh wait, that's yeah, that's the villager wheat. We don't want to mix that up. But 4 stacks of villager birch and almost a stack of villager wheat. So we should be able to trade with them here relatively soon. I mean, they are doing a great job, and that is good. The lumberjacks have really gotten their shit together. And I'll go ahead and fix all these trees over here. We may make a tree farm over there, actually. We'll just probably turn that into an actual tree farm. And then that'll just be easier to maintain as well. Unfortunately, the farmers are just going to have to play the fun game of wait around and do nothing. Not the funnest game in the world, but they're going to have to do that. The wheat has to regrow. It is growing relatively quickly, which is good. It's not taking too long. I'm going to run around and go ahead and re-enable all of those options just because we know what the problem was now. And so I don't want these guys to just ignore potatoes. Alrighty, the crops are still growing. They're still mining birch trees. We're going to go ahead and start a tree farm over here. Once again, this video has been all over the place. This village is just becoming chaotic. Editing's becoming a little bit more difficult. But essentially, we're going to go ahead and knock down all of these trees. We're going to go ahead and even out the landscape a little bit more. And then we're going to build a tree farm. Now, the reason why the villagers aren't mining any of these trees is because they're not on dirt. They have to be on a dirt block. Now, all of this doesn't have to be dirt, just where the actual tree is planted, which actually makes our job a little bit easier. However, we still have to landscape and do all that, so it's going to make it a little bit tougher. But first things first, we got to knock down all of these trees, and we'll be back. Alrighty, I am back. It is almost nighttime, but I did a ton of terraforming. I actually brought the fence down. I connected the road, added some gates. Obviously, you can tell it's flat. I got it all the way up to where it's the right level there. I did not replace this little place here because I think this is a pod. Those little underground pods we found a couple of. I see it sticking out of the ground. Yeah, I think it is. We're going to go ahead and mine all the stone and then sleep, and we'll come back and we'll actually open this bad boy. And cargo landing pad. That's our capsule. That's what it's called. I didn't catch the last word there. But yeah, we'll go ahead and crack that bad boy open in the morning. Huh. It is very strange because they only ever drop this music disc, which I don't know, once again, what it is, what it does, anything of the sort. But we have 3 of them now. I need to play that at some point. We'll definitely add that to the agenda. I don't want to ignore that forever, but I definitely don't want to make that a top priority right now. We're dealing with the Kiwi Villages. And with that, I think we are good. We should be able to start our tree farm. Obviously, we'll have to pull out the dirt and start replacing stuff with dirt. But before I do that, because I'm probably going to cut all that out once again because it's boring, one, I'm going to slap these birds specifically because those are the annoying ones. And then 2, there's another one over there. That's not my number 2. I just heard him for a sec. 2, the villagers are absolutely grinding right now. I am shocked at how fucking much production they are making. These farmers are doing probably anywhere from half stack to 3/4 stack of wheat a day, especially since there's no other crops for them to worry about. No potatoes, carrots, beets, or anything. They are mowing through the wheat. Where's the wheat chest? Here it is. They already have 4 full stacks of wheat, which is incredible. And I think since we now have 5 stacks of birch, I think we're going to go ahead and grab all of this wheat and all the birch I have, and we're going to go ahead and trade it in. And we'll just go ahead and do that. They're taking wheat for some reason. I don't know why. Although there's bread popping up too, so I wonder if the baker's making bread. I wonder if he is making bread. I'm going to have to look into that. I am very curious. But here's the merchant. He doesn't have wheat today. He does have birch, though. Okay. Day just got started, so that's okay. One thing I haven't mentioned is his recipes or his trades do change depending on the day. However, since we've traded a lot of oak, he's just not interested in oak. We have to start knocking out some of these other trade deals before he'll add oak back to the trade list. So we do want to focus on some of these other materials. We have 4 stacks of wheat. Those are non-villager obtained wheat. These 4 are villager obtained, as you can tell by the green coloring. However, we have 5 stacks of birch. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks of birchwood. Oh, okay. I thought I only had 4. I would have traded a while ago if I knew that was the case. But all right, Where did he go? Where did he run off to? He's probably over here checking out all the workers, huh? Busting their ass. Yep, he is all the way over there. Let's bounce. Shouldn't be leaving. It's early in the day. Nope. Here he is. Cool. Let's go ahead and open you, buddy. And yeah, we'll do some trade for birch. And we could do a total of 5 trades with him. And that's going to work out pretty good. Oh, nope. He's giving me baked potatoes. Okay, yeah. The only other one we can possibly do would be the potatoes or carrots. Unless we get a tree farm going. Or he brings oak back. If he brings oak back, that'd be good. Obviously, wheat. He needs to bring wheat back. Oh, shit. Yeah, I saw that one coming a mile away. I saw that one coming a mile away. But yeah, if he brings wheat back, we will be good. You can see just how sloppy these guys are, though, at farming. Man, there's just a ton of missing stuff here. Not good at all. So we're going to have to stop by here every now and then. Whoa, I got a lot of seeds out of nowhere. But yeah, we'll have to stop by here every now and then just to make sure that the villagers are doing an okay job. The less crops down, the less that grow. So that actually does hurt us by not keeping up with this. But they're doing an okay job. I can't be too mad. I can't be too mad. It could be worse. I mean, they're tilling most of the ground. There's definitely some they're not, but there we go. We'll get it all grown. It's about to be winter anyway. I guess I could have just left it alone, but oh well. Good news, bad news. We added 20 more emeralds, which, great news. Great news. Wonderful news. Bad news, I can't trade for the wheat yet, so I guess we are just going to go ahead and throw all of the wheat up into here. I'm going to go ahead and put this chest here. I guess I could have just used one. And let's put all of the items that we need to trade with the trader into this chest here. And we'll just grab them as we obtain them. And here we go, 4 more things of wheat. Whoops, not that. But yeah, this is all stuff that was obtained by the villagers. As much of a pain in the ass this mod has been, and just as a long journey, I mean, we're probably 10 to 20 hours into this one village alone. They're doing good. I mean, they are getting wheat, they are getting wood. We need to work on the mine at some point. Definitely get the mine a little bit more efficient. Maybe a couple more miners. There's also another villager that regenerates the mines that I've been kind of talking about. I would love to get down there because they regenerate diamonds and stuff. That would be pretty cool. But yeah, for the time being, I guess we'll get this tree farm going. And we'll be back when that's done. And while I'm sitting here thinking about it, the villagers have been working still, so there should be more wood, should be more wheat, and all that good stuff. I know winter is coming. You know what? I probably shouldn't fix this too much right now because with winter coming, these guys are going to get bored and they're going to completely replant the entire farm. It's just not going to grow. They're going to fill in all the holes and gaps and stuff. So I won't even touch that. Once again, it should be completely self-sufficient. The trader, though, should have some new trade deals. So let's see if he has wheat today. Nope, that is the wrong guy. And not wheat today. 2 days in a row, he does not have wheat. He does have bread, but the villagers aren't really producing bread. He has jungle and spruce wood. Uh-oh, why are you sad? I mean, that guy is making bread. That is green bread. So I was wrong. Despite the crafting recipe being different, these guys can still craft bread. I'm going to go ahead and throw all of my bread into here, as well as my apples. Keep them all stocked up. That's awesome. That is awesome. I didn't think he could craft bread. So these guys are good. So he is taking wheat, and he is using it. That is great news. Wonderful news. Bad news. The trader didn't have any deals for me today, so I'm not able to get any more emeralds quite yet. We did go and grab a ton of dirt, so we will be able to here at some point. But let me go ahead and grab my other backpack, because I did put a backpack in here, as well as a bunch of my tools and stuff. But we're going to go ahead and get working on this farm a little bit more. One thing that I will have to do at some point with this farm is come here and place cobblestone above all of these trees, just so that they don't become big trees like this. Villagers cannot mine these massive trees, so it is actually a waste of time and material, because then it'll be a floating tree, and then no trees will grow, because it's a floating tree still up there. So that stinks. But all right, let's get back into this. But there's really no point to. No fucking shot. They mined the entire big tree. Whoa, I didn't think they could do that. Okay. But once again, just to prove my point, these villagers are using these trees. There's one floating log there, I guess, but yeah, they are using these trees. So this was the problem. The problem wasn't that they were just broke or glitched or anything. It's the trees were on a modded material that they had no clue what it was. They didn't know what it was, so they just stayed away from it, and that sucks. I wish I would have caught that sooner, but the good news is we are fixing it. Alrighty, it's a new day. Any good trades? Let's see. Diamonds? My God, dude. Who do you think we are? Well, no oak, no birch, and no wheat. I got a bad feeling that wheat's never going to be on here and that we're going to have to do bread. I got a bad feeling about that. It is also pretty much winter. I hate to admit it, but it is pretty much winter. It is right on the edge between fall and winter. We've been here for in-game weeks, trying to do our best. We're making a lot of progress. It's slow. It's definitely slow. It's a little grindy, but not the biggest deal in the world. Now, I was thinking about it. Obviously, the kiwi's not going to be growing. I haven't gone over here and harvested these in a long time. I don't think I'm going to actually harvest them. I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to shift click them and pick them up as full plants, and we'll just replant a couple of them. But I'm curious to see how many we have, because there's a ton up here. Now, actually, I think I've either been too far away or it's no longer the right season, because this isn't nearly as many as I thought there would be. I mean, we've been in the game for real life hours, and we're only going to get probably, what, a stack and a half, which is not that much. Actually, I got a lot more separate time harvesting these, so yeah, stack and 16, so that's not a lot at all. We'll go ahead and put a couple more down just to keep them going. We'll see if they're growing, but I don't know. I think it's because it's fall and winter. These aren't really growing like they were, and I'm going to be kind of an asshole. Let's, since we're not expanding the kiwi farm right now, let's just plant the other 16. Let these go a little bit crazy. The villagers cannot access this area, so we will get a ton of food from this. Just looking, zooming out and looking at the biomes, there is I'm going to assume that's spruce that's not too far away. If I just bounce in that direction, I might be able to get some spruce trees. I say we check that out, because the other option is I go home and grab some spruce saplings, but I don't really want to do that, to be honest. So let's just bounce this way. We're already here. We're already at the village. It is, in fact, not a spruce. That looks like a fir or something, another sort of tree. Whatever. That's fine. What's this? Dark oak. Okay. Well, side note, I don't think I have dark oak saplings. You know what? I think I do. I think I do have dark oak saplings. The villagers can't use dark oak to the best of my knowledge, so I'm not really worried about it for them. But just to make sure I have dark oak for when I go back home, we will grab a couple of those saplings ourselves. I think I do. There's dark oak forest kind of scattered around, so it's a possibility. But with it being about nighttime, I guess we will give in and head back to the village. Well, we'll do this. We'll keep one line of oak trees, but other than that, we are going to try to get rid of all these oak trees. They're not the worst thing in the world. I mean, I do want oak. We will trade oak one day. I know we will. We just have so much of it right now that there's really no reason to continue. I know that the theory is the more saplings down, the better, but I want them to focus on the jungle, the birch, and hopefully the spruce. I guess I will go home here shortly and grab some spruce saplings. Well, there's the trader. I'm heading back to my home now, but let's check with him. Does he have wheat? Oh, he has wheat. Okay, that changes everything. Yeah, okay. I was right. So the wheat is still a possibility. Let's go ahead and grab some stacks of wheat real quick. I figured he would. I mean, I don't see why it would completely get rid of the wheat trade. It would just promote other craftable items, since we now have a baker. If we didn't have a baker, it probably wouldn't have that. It wouldn't have the bread. It wouldn't have cookie. It wouldn't have that stuff if we didn't have the baker. But since we do, he goes ahead and offers those trades from time to time. But yeah, here we go. Here, I could just click that, I guess. 8, 12, 16, 20. And yeah, so he's just capped at 5. He's still doing the 16 bread as well, which is really, really cool. He still does potatoes. So once we get potatoes and beets going, that could be another source. But we need to get spruce. Spruce and jungle are the only 2 woods on here, and they're not on here every single day. So that kind of stinks. But We've gotten 40 emeralds from this village today so far. Not bad. Not bad at all. I am glad I checked with him. Glad we checked the wheat. We've officially maxed out 3 different trades as well. We've done oak, we've done wheat, and we have done birch trees. I was like, there's something else. I know it was 3. Yeah, we've maxed out 3 trades with them now. So I'm hoping that the original oak trade comes back here at some point, because we are trading more than one item. I know if we only ever trade oak, it just will never appear because he's trying to promote trading the other stuff. But I'm hoping oak comes back. Now, I am concerned if oak comes back, it may only be 1 or 2 emeralds, and that may suck. So we may have to ignore it for a little bit. But we will see. We will see. Let's go ahead and dump off our inventory real quick. Winter is officially here. The river is freezing up. Not great news. That means the wheat is done growing. And we were going from a stack of wheat a day to they're just going to go ahead and fix this farm. So that stinks. So we got a couple hours of not a lot of productivity in the agriculture realm of this village. But, I mean, it's going to give them a chance to catch up, repair the farm a little bit, which is nice. They are sad for some reason. Why are they sad? And they might be sad because I have not been letting them sleep, which is something I would like to do here in the future if we can get maybe another mega torch or 2 and make sure this village is absolutely, positively safe. Who's the asshole that didn't replant this jungle sapling right here, huh? Or here? What's going on, huh? Do we just not replant jungle saplings? Is that just what we do? Can I like steal saplings from these guys? Oh, fuck yeah. Oh. I could straight up steal everything from them. Cool. Okay, they're over here crying because they don't have any hoes or axes or anything. So we're going to go ahead and give them a few. We might as well. Let's grab 16 wood. That'll be a ton of sticks. And we did get some iron for these guys. So we'll go ahead and break that down. We'll make some iron tools. Most of it's going to be cobblestone, though. And I don't care if they want to cry. They don't mine enough iron, so they're going to get what I give them. That's how that's going to go. We'll give them, let's do 8 stone hoes. We'll do 8 stone axes. There we go. That's perfect. And we'll go ahead and throw them all up here. There we go. They got a little bit of a wooden pickaxe left. Let's just craft the rest of these into sticks, too. Why not? Put all those up there. We'll do 1, 2, 3. We'll do 4 iron hose, and then that'll just have to be it for now. All the people that came and rushed to get the stone tools are going to be mad to hear that I put iron in the chest shortly after they left. So that sucks for them. Oh well, don't really care. Can't be bothered. But cool. Cool. We know they have tools. Man, they clean that shit out. I'm going to be that guy too, since we are definitely going to be needing spruce. We're going to plant a bunch of spruce over here where the oak used to be. Like I said, let's get rid of all these oak saplings. We don't need those. Replace them with spruce. Because we can't trade for birch. We can't trade for oak. All we can trade for is jungle and spruce. We already have about a stack and a half of jungle wood, so I'll do all that as spruce just to get it going. Try to play catch up. You can see the jungle trees are growing pretty good. The villagers are not replanting all of the saplings, and it is going to drive me up a wall because I don't have any more jungle saplings. I could just go mine a couple jungle trees and I'll probably be fine. But it's the principle, man. You mine the tree, you place the sapling. Don't make me angry. You will make me angry. Here, take that. Pick it up. Hey, you listen to me. You listen to me, buddy. Hey, you pick it up. Can you pick it up? Oh, nice. She picked it up. Cool. I just wanted the sapling, pal. Maybe if you did your job and replanted the saplings, we wouldn't have to resort to these measures, but you can't do your job correctly. So the supervisor has to step in. And no one likes when the supervisor... You dirty slut. Oh, wait. Oh, that might have been my fault. Oh, that was my fault. Oh, fuck. Now, when I started this episode, there was a bunch of problems. Thankfully, we figured some of those out. One thing I still do not understand is the farmers are placing the seeds in this chest. They're doing what they're supposed to. But you click on a lumberjack, they have 48, 60, 15 saplings, and it's only screwing me. I do not, for the life of me, know why they are not putting their saplings in chests. And that is definitely aggravating, especially because they're not always replanting, and because I want to expand the farm. So I'm in a weird place right now. One thing I do want to do is make a carrot farm. Where to make that carrot farm, I do not know at this very moment. It might be right here in between these two roads. That seems like a reasonable place for it. The only problem about a carrot farm, well, not even. It's not necessarily a problem, it's just winter. I'd like to do the carrot farm now before summer hits, before spring hits, before it all starts growing. I would like to expand this tree farm a little bit more, to be honest with you. There are some water ponds in the way, but that might be for either later this episode or next episode. I don't know if I'm ending this episode yet or not. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to hop off and I'll have to come back and do another part. I'll either do something quick and wrap it up, or we'll go ahead and continue. It's kind of weird. Everything I'm doing in the village is extremely grindy, so while it takes me 6, 7, 8 hours to make the videos or record, it's only like 45 minutes of footage. So I don't necessarily know where we are at this very moment. So I'm going to hop off. But yeah, we could build a carrot farm right here. I think we could knock the grass down a little bit, put a fence up here, build a carrot farm in between all of this. This would be a massive carrot farm, actually. I don't think I have enough dirt for that. We could do a carrot and beet farm here. We could do a little bit of both or something. And we got water here. That's right. That's that water I put down. Obviously, I want to expand this tree farm because the villagers are doing a really good job at keeping up with it, both with the trees over there and the trees here. I mean, they are on top of it, and I'm proud of them. I'm a proud father right now. I'll be honest. I'm gonna go ahead and I'll have to make some shears, and I'm gonna get rid of all of this barley on this side of the fence here. Maybe not all the way to the fence, but I'm gonna get rid of quite a lot of it because I don't want to. It's just grass, but it looks really, really cool. So I don't want to just destroy it and have it be gone. So we'll definitely use some shears. I think I will work on that in just... the only problem we have is we can do the carrot farm to pass the time, maybe build a couple of buildings to pass the time, but this village is just not going to function at 100% until spring and possibly summer again. So that kind of sucks. Just some preparation, some slow paced, a lot of cutting, power editing, you'll never know. But with that, I think that is going to be all the clips from this session. I'll be back with either the outro or with another part in just a little bit. Alrighty, we are back, and I did quite a bit of work. We actually left the village. We went ahead and finished tilling all the land up here. We started a carrot farm, planted some carrots down here, and the villagers have been chopping down wood the entire time we've been doing so. The trader is here, and we officially have 5 stacks of jungle and 5 stacks of spruce. I'm on my way to get the other logs right now. And the trader is willing to accept both, so we are absolutely going to take him up on that offer. We should get about 40 more emeralds here, and then we're going to turn right around and spend them. Now, I did update the amount of emeralds the village is in debt to me with. It's 142. I went ahead and watched or edited all of parts 1, 2, and 3, and that is the magic number because we did gain quite a few emeralds last episode. I'm seeing like 4 or 5 nomads right now. So actually, let's before we trade, I really want to trade, but before we even do that, let's buy some emeralds. And now that we're up to date, let's spend them all again, I guess. Let's start buying some stuff. I mean, first things first, I was really wanting a druid. I think we want 2 of those. Probably should get a cleric, like a medic, essentially. And then I realized we are also missing a very important job. Where is it? Where is it? It's the rancher. We're missing the rancher. I think we're going to get... let's do 3 of those for now. And then that's going to be a lot of emeralds that we have spent. Winter is halfway over as well, by the way. I got to keep moving because the day is halfway over. And we got a lot to do here. But yeah, there's like 4 or 5 nomads. So I wanted to spend a lot of emeralds on these guys. Let's get a rancher and let's get a druid. Those are probably going to be the first 2, the big important... hey, he's walking right in front of me. How kind of him. There is another one right there, walking around doing nothing. Go ahead and get another rancher. And then, as much as I want that other druid, let's go ahead and get a cleric. I think that'll help us out here. There's, yep, 1 right there. Nomad right there. Can I hit him? Yep, perfect. And then I think there's a 5th one. I think I saw a 5th one walking around. Maybe not. Maybe not. I saw the trade over here, so let's go ahead and trade with him, get 40 emeralds back. I wasn't looking at how many emeralds I spent there just a second ago, but I'm sure it's a little over 40. But does not matter. Spruce, we're going to be getting 4 each. Keep it going. And there we go. We Traded 10 stacks of logs, and we have 40 emeralds back. Not too shabby. Unfortunately, that's probably going to be it until springtime, unless his oak and birch trades go up in value. But as of right now, they are not that good. I don't know what that was for. What are you doing? Oh, that individual's running around like a maniac. Look at him go. Man, they are running. There must be a lot of people low on health or something, because they are running around like a chicken with their head cut off. Hauling ass, dude. That is awesome. That is awesome. Glad to see it, though. Let's go ahead and put all of our emeralds back into here. I don't think we spent too many right there. I mean, we got 40 emeralds back, so there's no way we... Whoa. Okay, that bird was flying around like maniac, too. But no, there's no way we spent too many more than 40. I'm sure we spent a little bit more, but cool. And nope, it is looking like that is it. It looks like we only had 4 nomads, but that is okay, because we will keep these extra 2 jobs in here for now, for whenever there are more nomads. Those are just the jobs that I was really wanting to spend. Now, unfortunately, we're not done spending emeralds, actually, now that I think about it. So let's go ahead and pull those back down. I got to eat real quick. Now, unfortunately, now that we have the ranchers, we actually have to get the pig farm going. And then that also means we have to get the chicken coop going. And we are going to be 10 emeralds short for the chicken coop, which means we are definitely spending way more, way more than 40 emeralds so far in this little episode, or this little part. I'm in part 4. I have over 8 hours of footage for this one episode, so if you guys have made it this far, please leave a like to let me know you still like the series. We are putting a lot of effort into this one. I am not going to lie. It's not hard, it's just grindy, man. It's just time consuming stuff. And then obviously the errors and the issues we had with all the farming, but I think we've gotten that settled. Oh, I already had item frames. Cool. Well, let's go ahead and put our chicken coop there, our cow pen there, and then our pig pen here. And our ranchers should be able to go to town here. And then once our ranchers get going, our butchers should be able to get going. So all of those guys should be functioning now. So we should have the animal pens fully functioning, and then the lumberjacks fully functioning. Outside of that, the farmers are just kind of going to have to sit and do nothing until springtime, which it is getting close. It is exactly in the middle of winter. So a little bit more grinding, or just waiting, I guess, and we will be there. We will be there. And because I was in a rush, I don't know how well of a job I explained everything. Once again, our kiwi farm, we were able to till everything that we have gotten to. We did start this carrot farm. I ran out of dirt, and so that's kind of where it got to. The grass is overgrown, the dirt. This is silt, or whatever it was, silty dirt, and then this is normal dirt, of course, because we have to change it to normal dirt, as we found out. Nothing really going on with the carrot farm or the wheat farm as of now. But I got to thinking, so this is a little bit of insider knowledge from a previous world I have done with most of these mods. And that is the Mr. Crayfish vehicle mod actually has functioning vehicles. So like tractors, lawnmowers, seeders, all that stuff, harvesters. I don't know if there's a harvester, but they actually work. So you could take a seeder and run it across this thing, and it'll actually plant 3 blocks at a time versus me planting 1 block at a time. And the only reason I say that is because I tend to mass vein mine or mass harvest these crops. It's a lot faster than going through and right-clicking them all when they're done. And these carrots, the villagers will do, but the kiwis, the villagers will not do. So I'm going to have to run over there and probably mass harvest the kiwi farm. So I think it'll be wise if we start building some Mr. Crayfish vehicles, or at least the trailers. The trailers do not require gas or anything. We can actually just pick a trailer up and drag it. Unlike the vehicles, they're going to actually need oil or gas. So that may be the plan. We're going to go ahead and sleep. There's no bed in here. I do not want to be a part of that at all. Let's go ahead and see what this Mr. Crayfish vehicle mod is going to cost us. So let's do Mr. Cray. There we go. We're going to need this vehicle workstation, and we're going to need concrete. Now, that's actually not too difficult. I may be able to do that as of right now. Yeah, we got a red tulip, and Ooh, actually, that says white, but what is it gonna? Nope, it's gonna give me white dye. Okay, I figured. There's a ton of flowers right behind me, though, so I'm pretty confident we can find a light gray flower. And the first flower we're gonna see, one of the first flowers we're gonna see is a light gray one. So, yep, there we go. There we go. We're gonna be able to do this. I thought I was gonna have to go home and get material. I mean, we still might have to. The Mr. Crayfish vehicle mod is pretty iron heavy, so we still may have to. But all right, let's go ahead and we're going to need 16 of that, and I'm going to need 16 of this. And let's go ahead and do that and do that. And oh, actually, I'm crafting way more concrete than I need. I don't even need close to that. I thought I needed 16. I do not. And then now is when it gets slightly more complicated. No, not really. I was going to say it gets slightly more complicated because we need water. The only problem is it's the middle of the winter, so there's no water. However, the river isn't completely frozen over, so we are still good to go. And we will put it all in the river. Like that, and then we can just vein mine it. And super simple. Go back to our home, and we should be able to finish. Trader is right out there. I'm going to keep that in mind. I'm actually going to craft 2 of these. Since I'm already starting it, let's just go ahead and do that. And whoops, I'm going to need some wood. There we go. And 2 of those are now crafted. We'll put 1 into here. We'll keep 1 in our home, I guess. We'll put it right here. Now what we want is the planter, I think is what it's called. Let's see if we can find it. The cedar. No, the cedar is what we want. And it's going to cost us 42 iron and 8 panels. And we are actually going to have to go home for that. I do not have nearly enough iron. Like I said, it's pretty iron heavy. But that's okay. That is okay. That's not the biggest deal in the world. Not a big fan of his trades for today. I am not a big fan of any of these trades. I mean, we're not going to be able to do any of those, to be honest with you. I mean, maybe the cooked chicken at some point, or the cooked potatoes. I don't think so, though. I do not think so, because maybe we need more cooks. Yeah, maybe we need more cooks, because, yeah, they are just not making any food. Or if they are, the villagers are getting into it way before I can, so that is unfortunate. Oh, do we not have enough beds? Okay, well, this village is starting to struggle a little bit. I just don't have enough tools and apparently beds. So we are going to go back home and craft some beds. Now, I could probably just steal that wool right there, but the campsite's kind of cool. I wish it wasn't in the middle of the river, but I do like that campsite. It is kind of neat. But let's go back home. We'll drop some stuff off, and I walked right past the way. So we'll drop some stuff off, grab some beds, and start crafting some car stuff, some trailers. Alrighty, we have all of the crafting materials required for the cedar, but I also decided I didn't want to just have a bland colored one. So we're going to do orange. I would do green, but I don't have anything to make it green at the moment, so it's going to have to work. But here we go, craft. There it is. We have a vehicle crate. Easy peasy. That is awesome. Let me go ahead and put this iron back into my inventory. Now we need, I believe it's the wrench, and that's going to be required in order to open the vehicle crate. Let me get 3 of my iron back out, and let's get enough sand and gravel to make some dark concrete, I guess. Thankfully, dark gray or just the normal gray is extremely hard to get for some reason, unless we can get a squid. If we can get a squid, we have a shot, but I don't know if there's going to be any squids in this river. Oh, look at that. Right where I enter the water. What are the chances, dude? I must be cheating. I have to be cheating. No, that's actually incredibly lucky. I am very, very, very fortunate that there was a squid right there. I'm going to go ahead and pick up all these flowers because I've been using a lot of white dye. So, might as well. With that, we have 8 gray concrete powder, and off to the river we go to harden it. There we go. I almost made a mistake there. I have enough to make multiple, so we're going to go ahead and make 3 wrenches. I'm sure we're going to need more at some point. Keep one at my main home, maybe put one in another village or something. I don't know. We only need 1 for right now, but we'll just plan for the future. Because I'm going to need another wrench one day, and then it's going to take me 45 minutes to find a squid or something silly. So let's just keep one in our backpack. We're basically going to have a tools backpack here at some point. It's going to be completely filled up with different tools just because of how many different mods and tools there are in this mod pack. And instead of having to go home every single adventure to grab one specific tool, we'll just have a backpack with them all. Yeah, it takes up a little bit of extra storage, and it's going to get annoying at some point. But screw it, I will not have to go home every single episode for tools. So who's the real winner? But with that, we should be good to open this bad boy. Let me go ahead and hop up into here. I don't want to destroy the ground. I'll go ahead and place it up here. We right click it. And there we go. We should have a vehicle. So all I do now is I click on it. It opens like a normal chest. You put whatever seeds you want in here. Actually, I can't even put the meat as an example. I was trying to. But yeah, you fill it full of seeds, and then you just walk around, and it plants all 3 blocks at the same time. Super, super, super simple. It's very, very fast and efficient, and it should work with the terrain I have here. So that is great news. Now, let me go ahead and till that again. Don't know why that's messed up. Oh, wait a minute. 1, 2, 3... Oh, neither of those waters reach here, so that, yeah, that could do it. That would absolutely do it. All right. So note to self, we'll have to come back and fix that later. But with that, I think we're going to call it for this episode. I'm going to leave the world up for a little bit longer. I may tweak with the farms. I may mess with the farms a little bit more. I may watch the trader, just see what type of deals he's got going, and a couple other minor things, but we're not going to do anything big. This episode's probably near an hour. I got a lot of AFKing and just waiting until spring hits because, well, most of our crops won't grow until the spring. So we're looking forward to carrots. We're looking forward to potatoes. Eggs. We're looking forward to eggs too, I guess. Look at that. We could get some eggs. Well, we can't quite do the wool, but maybe the baked potatoes or cooked pork chop or something in the future. I don't know, man. We'll just have to keep our eyes open, but the whole goal here is we need to start trading more and more material so that hopefully we reset the trading cycle and oak wood goes back to 4 emeralds per stack. That would be really awesome, and then we could just keep it going from there and repeat all the trades that we've already done. It's probably going to be a while before we can do that. Obviously, we need it to hit spring first, but I mean, we are getting a ton of material here. Look at all the wood. We got 3 more stacks of wood just like that. The only problem is we won't be able to trade for spruce and birch for a while. Actually, I might as well replant all of our normal oak because, yeah, we're probably going to have to trade for that first. But, no, with that, man, I hope you all enjoyed. Please, once again, hit that like button if you guys did enjoy. Next episode, expect us. We're going to raid that dungeon over there. We've been doing this Kiwi Village thing for 3 episodes now. Probably 20+ hours worth of working on this village, me sitting in this village. And I need a break from it. As much as I love this village and the progress that we've made is incredible, let's go and raid this dungeon for a couple reasons. One, it's going to help this village because our miners can't go in a certain direction down there because they mine straight into a dungeon. But also because the mobs are just kind of annoying down there. Every time I go over to work on the Kiwi farm, they're just screaming at me. So we might as well do that. And I want to clear an entire dungeon in one run. Top to bottom, all 5 layers in one run. I think we can do it. I think it's possible. So I say we give it a shot. And I think we can pull that off next episode. But before I do that, it looked like they wanted some buckets. So let's go ahead and put 4 buckets in here for, I don't know, who was that? The ranchers? I think that was the ranchers asking for the buckets. I actually do not know, but I saw that bucket symbol above their head, so now they have a bucket. But with that, man, the village has been coming along nicely. We are officially a little bit past halfway in the winter, so if I am smart, I will maybe eat some lunch in real life and just keep my eye on this village to keep winter moving. So that way next episode, I'm not doing it at the beginning of the episode because it's getting old. Alrighty, I will stop rambling, but with that, man, I will see you all in the next one, and I hope you all enjoyed.